We got somebody on all the coasts, or both the coasts.
We have people on all coasts. That's
We,
we don't have somebody in Central Time actually.
yeah, I was gonna say we don't have someone on the Gulf Coast.
It doesn't. That doesn't count. That's
Guys,
like.
Bernard, I need you to go ahead and move real quick.
Well, actually, I suppose Kenny is. Kenny counts.
He's in
Yeah, Canadian
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's in the Panhandle part that's on the
Oh,
inside on
yeah,
the
you're
Gulf
right.
Coast.
Kenny is in Central Time. He's an hour behind
No,
me.
he's not on Central Time.
Yeah, he is. He's an hour behind me.
Is he? Really?
Yeah. Yes, he's in Central Time. Okay.
I thought he was on your time.
No, he's not. Nope, he's an hour behind me. I know because every time I tell him a time, it's always like an hour past that time, and then I go, "What happened?" And then he goes, "You said this time." And I go, "It is that time." And he goes, "No, it's not. It's an hour before that time." And then I go, "Oh,
Huh?
you're an hour behind me." So we have a person in every single time zone. All right. Time zones established. Who wants to do the recap?
Not it.
Not it.
Goes.
Raspberry, you've been elected to do the recap.
I think yes, I still have one more person I can say no before. Oh wait.
Yeah, you thought I
He's
wasn't
not
paying
here.
attention, huh?
Oh, fuck, I guess I have to put my switch down.
You actually have to pay attention now. Congratulations.
Oh, we beat the thing, and then it went boom. Entire crater went boom. We found out other places also went boom around the same time, but not the exact same time. It was more of a chain reaction boom. Vice passed out because he threw up rainbows from the magic overload.
It's kind of great.
Yeah.
It's my favorite moment.
That's all I remember of it. I mean, we talked a bunch about God stuff and read books, and that was kind of it. So we spent 2 hours doing.
Were you actually paying attention, or were you just like jerking off last week?
I was paying attention.
I mean, masturbating is besides the point.
That's called multitasking.
Exactly.
I got 2 hands.
We also determined, I believe, that Io Meteor is in an in-between place, and I think we figured that Io and Rhysis are also potentially in that in-between place.
Versus maybe. Potentially.
That's why I said potentially, and we've also been tasked with opening the gate to pretty much make it so that the souls can kind of even out between the two planes and the magic can even out between the two planes because we've got too much magic going on over here, which is what's causing everything to go boom.
Opening the gate won't fix it. Opening the gate will just let us go over to the other side to try to fix it. Is what I believe.
I believe we're tasked with trying to bring some souls over, aren't we?
Right now, the end goal is unknown, but the goal right now is to get to the other side and figure out what is causing the imbalance, because it's not on this side. You guys know that it's not happening on this side. You talked to Farlongen, and he's done his best to research what is going on, and he knows that it's not on this side, it's on the other side.
But
all the pipes are clear on our end, must be on theirs.
Yes.
But isn't the world-ending event on its way if we don't fix it soon?
Time is running out, is what he said.
Theoretically.
Nessa, I feel, would not be afraid to blow the world up in our faces.
She would laugh at us.
He didn't tell you how much time. He just said that the time is running out for all of us.
But there's still enough time to go to Denmark.
It's not going to take that long for you guys to get to Denmark. assuming that nothing happens in Denmark. Plus, it's a good pit stop to go ahead and get supplies. Since the college doesn't have any supplies. Yes.
Awesome.
Was there anything else that anybody wanted to mention? Any important details or anything?
Yes, it's something I need to bring up now. If I ever caught in an anti-magic field, I just start bleeding.
That is a good thing to mention.
And like it's not like in regular bleeding, it's like necrotic gas leaking out.
You start to vaporize.
In an anti-magic field?
Yes.
That is a very good thing to mention.
I have to take 1 damage per round. But I basically bleed out necrotic goo, and anyone that touches it takes my reaping strike and damage.
Hmm.
So I thought I should mention that, all things considered.
We are going to a place that potentially lacks magic in quite a major way.
Not lacking magic, but anti-magic. So things that cancel magic effects.
Okay. With this tidbit of information, that's really good to know. Let us continue on. So after your guys's meeting, I told you that Vecna wasn't there anymore. The crystal ball was there, and that that Alexandra and Wickerman were there, with you, to essentially tell you that you'll be leaving after tomorrow or the next day, and that you will have a day to essentially rest, recuperate, and that the crystal ball is for you guys to keep, whoever wants to go ahead and keep it.
All right, which of us wants to keep it and be
I vote not
entrusted with it?
dice.
What, you don't want me to ponder it?
I mean, he can ponder it as long as he does it after we're done with it.
No, I
And
don't think you're gonna. I'm more concerned you're gonna pawn it.
What?
He has shown restraint. I say we can let Vice hold on to it. He's good at keeping things safe. And it's a magical item, and he's a magical person.
I think we're all magical people at this point.
Indeed.
Valid.
I'm the most magical.
Yeah, except for when you get overloads you and you fucking die.
Fucking throws
Uh,
up.
I'm good.
Throws up rainbows.
If no one's gonna take it, I'll take it.
I'm taking it
All right, Vice has it.
in my hand. And I proceed to ponder this orb.
You, you what?
I proceed to ponder this orb.
The sword.
This
Or-
orb.
The orb.
Yes.
Yeah, he's looking at it. Hey, do you think you can integrate it into your gauntlet? You could like put out a holographic image or something.
I mean, maybe, but I could also just do that regularly.
True. You're right.
Um, it's a crystal ball.
Okay.
Does it run Minecraft?
It's pretty. What can I say about it? It's a pretty crystal ball that is crystal.
Check campfire.
Incredible.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. It's very, very high quality. I hate you. I hate you so much.
How big would you say it is?
How big?
Yeah.
What's its diameter?
Oh my god, I hate you guys.
It's a circumference.
Well, you
What's
can't
its
just give us eyes. Come on.
yeah, like or just a weight so we know how big it is for his
Is it a
inventory.
bowling ball? Is it a baseball?
Is it like David Bowie glass orb, or is it
Alright,
like
alright.
a
Fuckers.
big ass orb, or how big is it?
Here we go. A rose quartz crystal ball.
Ooh, fancy. It's not just leaded quartz glass, it's a proper quartz.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Write this shit down. It is
Okie
a
dokie.
rose quartz crystal ball. It is 2.83 diameter by 3.58 inches width by 4.06 height. Its weight is 8.1 ounces.
It's pretty small.
Is that a
What
Dragon
was
Ball?
the weight again?
8.1 ounces.
Half a pound.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a dragon's testicle.
I will trust the Dragonborn to know.
It is.
Hang on, actually,
pink.
come here. Let me test your
Oh
theory.
no.
No! Stop!
Mine's not that big.
That's true.
Stop.
You're Dragonborn, not proper dragon.
You can check when I'm in dragon form.
It is.
I will.
Cold to
Thank
the
you for
touch.
thank you for consenting to future encounters.
It is. It is cold to the touch. And it doesn't smell like anything, and it doesn't taste like anything.
Do I see anything when I look into it?
You see rose quartz.
Okay.
Do you know what rose quartz looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Do you know what rose quartz looks like?
I have several in my home.
Yeah, she's a tall, big, buxom lady.
I'm gonna kill you all. That's it. D&D's campaign. I'm done with you fuckers. The world explodes and that's it. The end.
All right, let's go play V Rising.
No.
I like how you type in rose quartz in Google, and like, you know how it says like the little like breakdown on the right side of the browser. It's just like all the pictures are of regular rose quartz, and then there's fucking rose quartz from Steven Universe in the middle of it.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I'm fucking hate this so much.
Hey, Nessa.
I hold on first. I love that Steven Universe exists. I'm so mad that they're gems. Yes, what do you want?
I was just checking if you had ever made that token for my mount. I haven't summoned it, but I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Did you send me a picture?
I did. I think I just used one of the pictures that was in the let me see if I find it.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. It was actually the previous picture to when I sent you with my fucked up shoulder.
Yeah, let me go ahead and just copy.
I'm not planning on summoning it until I have a saddle, but
Yeah, I know.
because I don't think my scarf would work. So at the same, yeah.
I want that little dice holder.
on. Um, go. There we go. I have made a token of it. We are good.
Perfect.
Moving on. You have the ball.
Hang on.
First, the Dragon Balls.
I'll keep my eye on the ball.
Nothing happens. He said that he would contact you when he needs to. Which isn't going to be anytime soon. I promise. Alexandra and Wickerman basically say we'll just take you to your rooms. You got individual rooms. So you guys can rest up.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Good, 'cause I don't think I can spend another night with Captain Ponders over here.
With who?
Captain Ponders.
Captain Ponders. Yeah, you're gonna have to hold on to that for a long time.
Hey.
So get used to having it.
You could also play hot potato with it.
Oops.
You know? So, after you guys, rest, as you guys wake up, there is a ghoul in your rooms, and it is kind of just waiting inside of your room. There is a there's a large full meal waiting for you. And inside of the room, there's kind of just little soft lights that turn on as you wake up.
That's convenient.
The ghoul doesn't say anything, but it just watches you.
I'm like some gabagool.
Good morning. What is your directive?
It doesn't.
Hello?
It doesn't respond.
Shrug and get ready for my day.
It just watches you.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first time I've woken up with something weird watching me.
When you go to leave your room, it opens the door for you.
Nod and
And
acknowledge it and thank it.
it closes the door after you and follows you. These things are basically serpents. P.S. I don't know if you noticed that. As it follows you around, downstairs in the foyer, you can hear two voices. One of them you recognize as Alexandria's, and the other one you don't recognize, but it is another female vampire. And if you go into the foyer, you can see that they are having cups of coffee that are a little more on the red side.
Walked into the foyer. Is there a table with a coffee table? A coffee bar?
Yep.
I will make myself some delightful coffee. And then I'd like to roll to try to make Aloran some coffee in his particular style.
Aloran's not there.
No, he's not, but he presumably will be joining us shortly. Presumably. I'm presuming.
Presuming. Alright.
Presumably,
want it. I want it.
Kenny. Kenny's not going to show up. I already know it.
I want it to be ready.
Avroth will make his way down.
Alexandria and the other vampire are still talking, and they notice as you guys are coming in, and they're just like waving at you and just kind of enjoying each other's company.
I will walk over and sit with them and engage in small talk.
You learn absolutely nothing about this mysterious girl.
Wasn't trying to, just engaging in small talk.
But
Sorry if you guys can hear the weed whacker next to me.
will the other two also wake up and come down
Yes.
with your ball?
With my ball, with my orb.
I don't know. I just kind of walk around the deck and kind of exist. Hopefully.
You walk around the castle.
Yeah.
Alright. Eventually, the servant, eventually you make your way to the foyer where everyone is kind of there, and there's wonderful smells of coffee. It's... Oh, can you roll for me?
Eh?
It's a new day.
You really want to do this? I mean,
I want to know if you're dead or alive.
I mean, I guess it matters since you're dealing with people who are dead or alive on a regular basis, or who are typically dead, technically.
Are you dead?
undead.
You are dead. So you walk into the foyer and you see the two, and everyone's enjoying their cups of coffee, and the mysterious vampire, she puts down her cup and she looks at Bren and she goes, "I was looking for you, but you kind of just ran off."
Shrug. It happens.
I wanted to say thank you for defeating I wanted to say thank you all for defeating that pit fiend. And then I wanted to say thank you for talking to my goddess. And then I also wanted to say thank you all for being brave. I think that's what she said. I have a message from Corellin. I am her priestess, and I had a message from her, and now I forgot what it was. She wanted me to say
Coffee?
thank you.
Would more coffee help?
Oh, no. This is my third cup.
Uh,
But I just wanted to say that I'm thankful for all of you for doing what you have done. Though Corellin cannot come back here, until the clans are, combined, I can't... She can't come back. So thank you.
you're welcome.
Well, I can't say I was expecting things, but okay.
I know that a lot of you find it hard and difficult to understand that The gods do help the mortals as much as they can. And it seems kind of unfair to go ahead and pick you lot to do their bidding. But know that
Well,
if it was any one of us, we would do it in a heartbeat.
well, it has to be somebody.
I just feel bad that it has to be you.
Yeah. I feel bad that it has to be anybody.
Mm, I've had worse. In no sense.
That's why we offer our full support. Alicia is already ready down at the port, and she said that when you guys are ready to depart, to go ahead and meet her down there.
Well, I think we're actually probably ready to go this morning. Anyone else got stuff we've got to get wrapped up?
I don't have anything immediately I need to do here. I don't think.
There really isn't a lot of like shopping that you can do here. It's just mostly sightseeing.
Vice, Avroth, and hey, have any of you seen Lauren yet this morning?
No.
I'm assuming Sleepyhead's around here somewhere.
Unless what's his face took him again. That child, always getting into trouble. Tisk tisk.
Oh shoot! Hold on, I just heard a noise outside, like a loud one. Be right back.
Alexandra just takes a drink of her coffee and says, I have no idea what you're talking about. Drinks more coffee.
Insight.
Yes.
And I will have done the thing that gives me this as well. The guidance. So 16.
Oh, she knows where he is.
I'm gonna give her a flat look.
I swear I rolled a d20.
What did you roll? Yeah, no, you don't know shit. She just looks at you, takes another sip. What?
I was just wondering out loud
Hmm.
with the rest of the party if we should head out now or wait or for Lauren or what might be a good move.
I'm sure Lauren will catch up. He always does.
Doesn't he? That boy.
He might already be on the boat. You never know.
Just need to wait for Ducks to get back. And we can presumably make a decision.
What'd you guys catch?
Fucking bee in the basement. I have no idea how the fuck it got down there.
Burn it.
Can't take a nap. Every time I try to take a nap, there's some. Yeah, how the fuck did a bee get down there?
Burn it.
I think it was maybe the snipe and something. No, whatever. Yeah, I killed a spider and then one of the multi-legged things. And then a bee.
No, not that that fiasco's done.
In my bed. Yes. Where the bee pepper goes under the bed.
I assume that Ducky would just want to go ahead and go. But I can't make assumptions.
Objections?
Yeah.
Any objections for going?
My character's gonna go to the boat and tell tell Vice to catch up when he's done with his negotiations.
Negotiations for what?
He's always negotiating for something.
Whatever it is he's working on.
Yeah.
Twerking?
Yes, working on.
Now I can't get the image of a tiny ass gnome. Just
You're
having-
welcome.
Here, let's put it this way. Archie's probably done it more than once.
Oh, I remember the thing yesterday that I was going to say to break your heart.
What?
It would be the worst thing in the world for Archie dating the sun to contract vampirism.
I tried the second time, but I tried to take it out. I put some fucking bugs.
No! You can just cure it.
That's one weird stock you never want to get rid of. You never get rid of.
What? Can you cure vampirism? We'll never know.
I mean, I'd imagine you can.
I don't see why.
Depends. Is it like a disease or is it like a curse?
It's a cursed magical disease.
It's a curse.
And then you would just need the proper curse remover.
Isn't that right? Raspberry.
Imagine.
Like wish.
Oh, you're trying to.
I feel like
Look,
Archimedes has like laying around throughout his tower just random trinkets that have the wish enchantment. Have just collected over the years.
Of a wish enchantment. I wish for a goblin of need.
What if that's all? What if that's the only spell Archimedes knows, and he just is always casting it? What if he is the wish spell?
that would be an amazing character. Is the only powers that they have. It's like you have like 3 wishes per day, but that's the only thing they have.
My god. That's
Sorry,
amazing.
The plywood slid off the roof, and I had to help them put it back on.
So, Alexandria just suggested that everyone just goes to the boat, and that Lauren will catch up eventually. Potentially, hopefully,
Theoretically.
yeah, he'll catch up.
I
It'll be fine.
will trust her women's vampiric intuition.
If you wanted to roll an insight on her, you can, Becky. Everyone else, well, Axel and Bren rolled an insight. Bren didn't get shit.
Okay. I was 13.
She knows where he is.
That's good. So somebody knows.
Somebody knows where he is.
Whether that's a good thing or not, who knows? But to a ship! Let's get on our boat!
Woo!
He's good to me.
Okay. So, once you get down to the boat, as per usual, The boat is already ready to sail, and Grimshell and Sylvia are waiting at the dock. Grimshell annoyed, and Sylvia trying to calm down the big guy himself, telling him that they're just taking their time getting ready, making sure that they're not leaving anything behind. And as he sees you, Grimshell starts to bark and he says, "What took you guys so long?" I can't do a really good Grimshell voice, I'm sorry.
We had a meeting with the priestess. I would suggest if you have concerns about our tardiness, you take it up with the divine.
Divine or not, time is money.
Yes, but money is only power. Let's go! On to the ship!
Now,
And onto the ship you go, and as per usual, it's a smooth sail. And this time, what's up?
During the journey, I would like to take the opportunity a couple times each day to jump overboard and try out some of my aquatic forms, just for fun.
Go for it.
Right. So I can be
All
a
right.
shark,
He
then
dies.
I can be a shark, I can be a killer whale, and then one day I'm a giant squid. That's fun. That's all, that's what I do.
So it takes you guys a total of 3 days. 2 day on the sorry. On the dawn of the third day. It
One come
normally
crashing down.
doesn't take that. It normally doesn't. Fuck. It normally isn't that quick of a trip. It normally is about a week or more of a journey to get from one end to the other. You also go ahead and go across some kind of familiar waters. Some dead coral or dead coral reef. Very briefly. Kind of a nice area. You also sail past a nice little community. If any of you remember, know, it's called the Reef of Bones. But on the dawn of the third day, you go ahead and see the snowy lands of Denmark.
Hold on. Did we stop in the Reef of Bone?
No.
Can I just know for out of character sake, did they have a new table, a new desk?
Yeah.
Because I stole their last one.
Actually, you do see a ship over there. It's the Bootylicious Pirates flag. It's a very notorious pirate group.
do we want to take it out?
No.
And they're loading tables.
Yeah, they're taking another table. Like as you guys are passing, Amelia's like, "There's pirates!" And everyone goes to look, and you use someone's binoculars, and you see that there's a giant Goliath that's just holding a table and loading it onto a smaller ship, but it's still like a galleon type ship.
All right.
But on the
There's a
dawn of the third
man
day,
yelling on the dock.
stop taking my shit! That poor Triton. The poor mayor is never gonna get his shit back. How many desks has this man gone through? There must be a nest down there. Um, on the third day, you go ahead and see the the cold coast of Denmark. And as you guys get closer, the crew goes ahead and snaps to, getting the sails ready and everything as usual. At this point, it might as well be just one big facade, or like a facade. When you get into port, Licia appears out of the captain's room, Amelia and Scarlet by her side. Surprisingly, you actually don't see the other main members of our crew. Sylvia, Grimshaw, Xander, and Calder. What do you guys do when you get to port?
We'll probably get off the ship first after going through customs.
I'm gonna stay on the boat.
I'll just stick with, wherever the majority of the party is.
So, just for reference, you guys had landed in Pult Altir. It is the furthest port, so I don't know if any of you are in Roll20. It is the port that is just between these two. I'll mark it with a little circle. Port Altir is right here. It is the only royal port that they have. And by royal port, it's the only port that royalty goes into and comes out of. So when you are on the docks, you see that there is a royal convoy with almost half an army of guards. A young adult prince that is the spitting image of the current King Henry Maximilian II, with deep blue eyes, flowing long red curly hair, and stark white skin. He's a strong and stubble build, with just a little aftershave on his face. He approaches Alicia and her the same, and she does a little bow. And she says, "Hello, Prince Maximilian. Thank you for meeting my humble crew out here on the docks. I hope my quick visit will be no problem as we draw up our old papers of trade." With a simple charismatic flip of his long hair and a sweet little smile, he offers his hand to the captain, and his voice is deep, yet so soothing and swooing. "Of course, my port is your port, Lady Alicia. Your crew may restock and take refuge in the local barracks. The inns and taverns is also prepared to have your crew as my guests, if they prefer to pay for their stay, that is." Alicia takes the prince's hand and looks him dead in the eyes, and from her shadow 4 figures appear. The missing members called Xander, Sylvia, and Grimshell. Then, without even turning or looking away from his blue eyes, she gives her orders. "Calda, take care of our crew. Make sure that their stay is as comfortable as can be and pay for any of their food and drinks. Xander, make sure that the ship is completely empty. We need to be ready for when we go to the coasts of Dayren. Also, make sure that we have the list of items that we will need for our next journey. Raven needs to also prepare. Sylvia, please accompany our own guests. I would hate for something to happen to them. And as usual, Grimshaw, you will be with me for the diplomatic trade agreement." Now, with all of that in order, shall we? The group goes ahead and goes ahead and starts to disperse the royal convoy heading into the city. Xander and Sylvia goes back to the ship, going ahead and barking their orders, while Sylvia and Xander goes ahead and makes sure that everyone is off the ship.
Everybody.
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 Okay. I'll just go to the barracks and hide.
Are you sure you don't want to view the great city?
Oh, I would love to view the great city. I'm just afraid it might view me too, so I'm fine. I've seen it before. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
Sylvia shrugs and looks at the rest of the group and goes, "Do you guys want to see the city? All tears. Quite fascinating, really."
Mm,
Yes.
Yes! Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to the city alone.
Any. Oh, Avroth, are you in disguise?
Joey, we have not been able to hear you. When we did, it was cutting in and out, and now not at all.
Sorry, been a long day. I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of falling asleep.
Happens to all of
Does
us.
Avroth need a nappy nap?
Oh, legit! Like when Paul said my name, I was like, "Huh, huh, huh." So thanks for the.
And you cut out again.
And then he
I
dies.
don't
I said thanks for the wake up.
think. You're welcome.
Is Avroth, and now I lost my train of thought. Is Avroth
Derailed.
disguised?
Reluctantly, probably would.
Alright, cool.
So back into the giant lizard man.
Back at the barracks, there is, cold. Sorry, there is cold weather clothing for the people that would like to use cold weather clothing. Since you are in a wintry Russian Siberian like wonderland.
mm.
Well, not Siberian like. Not quite. It is cold.
Like Alaskan?
Well, Alaska's fucking cold even in the summer.
Like Canadian.
Hey,
Where it's cold. Like it's 50-ish degrees during the day, and then it gets really, really cold at night. Also, it is currently still springtime. So the warmest it is right now is probably 30 degrees.
I mean, I would have like fur stuff under a cloak, but not over.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna go ahead and explore the beloved city? Who
Sure.
else is gonna explore the city?
I'm exploring the
we'll go
city.
through it.
Cause Sylvia would love to stay with you guys. So everyone but Axel is gonna go. Is that what I'm
You
hearing?
know me. I'm gonna split off real fast and just kind of
All right.
disappear into the darkness.
So you guys are gonna go ahead and explore the city. The city is kind of mostly human. It's almost exclusively human. You do see some other traders that are uh elvish. And you do see some half elves that are very, very much like in rags or being like ridiculed or kicked down. Um,
Good.
one thing that you do notice is that you see a poster. A lot of posters. You see some boards that are like wanted posters or like um obviously your occasional like these men or women need to be hunted. Um, one of them catches your eye because one of them is the spitting image of your friend Axel, except a little bit younger. I posted in Campfire exactly what is on there. Uh,
I immediately go to the authorities to report Axel.
do
I'm
you
just
really?
kidding. No.
I heard Paul's exasperated sigh.
No, I did not sigh. I was actually curious to see where that would go.
I mean, it's not like I didn't already know, but
I love the picture just says Axel younger.
I wasn't about to draw anything. Fuck that. I'm not an artist. I was gonna like do this on like some Photoshop or some shit, but I was just like, nah, shit, fuck that.
I mean, you could have just drawn a rough silhouette of a person instead, and that would have been good.
No, this was good. This was good enough. So these are kind of a little bit of everywhere. It doesn't say the crime that he had committed. It doesn't have any more information on it other than what is on here. Sylvia does grab one. And he looks at it. And he looks at you guys and he says, Is this the same guy?
Vice
They all look
says
the same to me.
no. I
No.
want to do a deception check
No.
with a 16.
Oh god, how did you? Everyone's rolling bad.
Here we go. I was about to not roll if you were gonna. Here we go again.
Light it up, light it up, light it up.
He squints his eyes at you and he goes, Are you all criminals?
I'm not
Vice says,
local.
Vice says, wait, I'm traveling around with a bunch of criminals?
I'm pretty sure one of you literally committed war crimes. I'm not saying which one, but one of you literally committed war crimes. Anyways,
I'm concerned it might have been me now.
it was not you. Don't worry, it was not you. um, so, he goes ahead and takes it, and he kind of goes, should we be worried? Will he be recognized?
Really?
Like, in the barracks?
He's on the ship.
No one's allowed on the ship right now.
I thought Axel stayed on the ship.
No,
Wasn't allowed to.
because the ship needs to desync.
It was
She,
sinking.
Raven, the ship, she needs to reacclimate to the other sea.
Basically, let the magic boat do magic boat stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to add one thing to what Axel did when he went in the barracks.
What?
He used his jewelry to totally look like anybody but himself or his previous aliases. He makes himself look like a Lauren.
I was wondering about that. That's fine because, oh no. Oh, this is gonna be so funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over to, Axel. And while you're in the barracks, one of the guards kind of goes in and he's looking for something that he had left there. And you're just hanging out there. And he looks over, he does a double take, and he goes, "Oh, Lauren? Is that you?"
Yeah, hi.
Oh my god, it has been forever! When were you gonna tell me that you were coming back into town?
I didn't know I was coming back in town. Until recently.
You should come back over to the tavern and come have a drink with us. You know, the hunters are still in town.
I'm currently on another hunt and can't really. It's sensitive. You understand.
Never drink until you're finished with the hunt. Yeah, I
Hmm.
understand. I had to give up hunting to be a guard. I got really hurt on my last hunt.
Yeah, I heard. What was it? An arrow to the knee?
No, that was Brickinson. Poor
Ah,
guy. No, yeah, I took a full, snuffing to the shoulder. It was a really mighty fall. I'll never be able to actually wield my greatsword again.
sorry to hear that, man. Well, here, I can't drink, but there's no reason you shouldn't. I'll give him a gold piece on me for old time's sake.
Aw, thanks. Are you, you're traveling with Licia, right?
Yeah, on the Raven Queen.
Ah, that must be so cool. Well,
It's a something.
if you're done with your hunt ever, hit me up. Breckinson is, celebrating his, what is it, 5-year anniversary with his woman. I know, he got married. Such a weird thing to think about.
Never saw him as the marrying type, but
Yeah, none of us
must be
ever thought
one.
about it.
I guess he finally got caught. Lost the hunt.
I'm sure you will someday.
I
I
need a
don't
lo-
know about
I
that,
need
but
Kenny to join the chat right now and bust into the room.
it was good seeing you.
Yeah, you too. Have fun, Aloran.
Yeah, you too.
He gathers the last bit of his things and he just like leaves.
Alright, I'm immediately changed my disguise. Immediately. As soon as he's gone. And I can.
What are you changing into now?
I'm gonna make myself look like someone I know is dead, and also that nobody knows who they are. With the help of my awesome sword, I'm gonna look like the guy who had the sword before.
So a dark elf.
A dark elf?
Yeah,
That seems like a great idea.
except for the dark part. I'm gonna go with the light part to be less.
So you're
I'm,
gonna
I'm, I'm gonna go with a human version of him.
So you're gonna go with the human version of
Of
the
the king
cult
of the drow.
leader and king of the drow. Oh.
Yes. Yes, I am.
I um all right, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, that's okay. Um so essentially you guys have 5 days to go ahead and do whatever it is that you need to do. Axel, after you guys go ahead and go out on the first day, Sylvia runs back to the barracks where he left you. He goes in. He doesn't see you. He looks around and he goes, "Hey, have you seen our friend Axel?"
Oh no.
I'm sorry, sir, but I haven't the foggiest idea whom that might be.
He's like,
Can I help you with something?
yeah, I'm looking for one of our guests. He's a guest on the Raven Queen. Uh, he's in trouble?
Better start making some deception checks, buddy.
Should I? Do I need to?
Are you gonna respond to him?
No, I'm just a face in the crowd.
Uh,
Like, oh, that seems like a him problem.
how did I lose one of the guests? Oh my god, my head is gonna. She's
Because
gonna
I
have my
disappeared too.
head. I lost 2 of them!
Does a double take. Wait, what?
Looks
Did you want
back.
me to make a stealth check?
No, don't even worry about it. He looks back at the others, does a double take. Where'd Brad go? Looks at Avroth. Avroth!
Don't leave me, Avra! Don't leave me, Vice!
Where did they go? There's just this Triton that is shaking this gigantic lizard. I'm going to die!
I'll just give him a pat on the back. It's okay. They all wander off sometimes.
You don't understand. My job.
What?
You don't understand. My job was to keep you guys alive and together.
Keeping us together. That's the challenge, isn't it?
And alive. One of us is dead half the time.
He fucking holds up the wanted poster. One of them is going to an execution.
That doesn't say it's gonna be it.
That does not sound good.
Hmm.
I'm sure he'll turn back up, though.
What form of executions do you use
Uh,
anyway?
I'd like to roll insight on this guy.
On who, Sylvia?
Yes.
All right.
See if I can trust her for sure or not. I think I can trust her.
Him.
Him. Sorry.
So Sylvia, is Licia's husband.
I'm gonna straddle up to him and whisper, "Psst, it's me. I'm hiding."
What? Where?
I'm gonna gesture, point at the earring, and gesture again.
Oh, hiding. Okay. I get it.
As for Lord, I have no idea where that fucker went.
I don't care about Alone. I was told specifically by Alexandra, that she was, why are you licking the door?
You're supposed to be. Why are you licking the door?
That he was in good hands. But where's Bren?
Oh, I'd like to roll perception to see if I can find Fran.
I like how you've turned Sylvia into like a constant cereal emoji, like the guy spitting cereal.
24.
You saw Bren sneak off into one of the alleyways.
Bren did what Bren does. Shady shit. He'll be back.
How do I know?
Because he always comes back. It's not like he can die again.
Oh. You know what? I'm going to a bar and I'm going to go drink.
Here, have some gold.
It's
And
also
get
like
some of the good stuff.
It's also like the
Give him a
implications
gold.
is his relationship isn't going that well, and
The
he's fucked up too many times.
he is a simp.
Uh,
He's shown this so many times, and the fact that he wants to make everything perfect for her is very clear, and he doesn't want to fuck up, like, ever. He is afraid of fucking up, like, once. So when she was like, please make sure our guests would, like, doesn't have, like, nothing happens to them, he took that as they don't do anything bad, as in they are in my sights at all times. Like, he has to keep track of them 24/7. He has to watch them eat, sleep, and shit. And now he can't keep track of, like, two of them.
Here's my one concern. How much snow is on the ground?
In the city, not very much.
Okay, good, because that makes sneaking around being a lot harder.
Yeah, there's not very much in the city, mainly because there's too much traffic here. Where are you going, Bren?
Old spooks in the area.
Are you following your... Are you trying to find an old person, or what?
More or less, just old contacts in the area from last trip down here.
I thought when you said old spooks, I thought you meant like you're going around just like spooking old people.
So
I mean, I might.
Do
So some of your old contacts uh are not in the same spot, but they are in the area. You do manage to find one of them. He was your main contact here in Denmark. He is quite surprised to see you.
Imagine. I guess
Uh,
it's mostly just try to catch up on him with him a bit.
he kind of, does a small talk and then he goes, I I don't suppose you're here to know information about the king at all, are you?
That would be part of it. After you know who left.
Hmm. Well, Varen is indeed alive. Uh, King Tavain did not kill him. And, Tavain is changing quite a bit of the international policies. He's taking a lot of our informants away from the quote unquote enemy lines, as he wants to say it. There's now, instead of 5 informants per country, there's only 2.
Hmm.
Which is quite vexing, which means I have to do more work. I don't like that.
Mhm.
But he thinks it'll do better having more shadows in his own country.
I'd imagine it was the hope of stopping uprising, revolts after what he did.
Yes, well, he didn't do it quietly, that's for sure. I don't blame him, though. Varen really was not a quiet king either. That country will never be at rest, that's for sure. One day, it's just gonna all topple over. I think Lord Vecna's waiting for that day. So that way he can maybe take over himself.
And yeah, I was hoping to have a nice, quiet retirement in the countryside.
We don't get retirements, Bren.
Yeah.
Why do you think I've been working this post for almost 100 years? Ugh,
Is the food's good?
food is always good for the humans. Dressing up like a human and smelling like a human is awful.
I'll say.
Mm. They're getting smart. They almost let an orc in the other day. That was surprising.
Oh.
The king
Ah.
is losing his mind. He says he wants to see this mystery man. I think he's starting to lose his own mind. Now he's seeing this terrorist of his own imagination in everything he does.
Oh, good lord.
He thinks that Axel is everywhere. Your friend is quite popular these days. They're bringing in every person that even resembles a little bit of a monkey. It's hilarious.
Oh dear. Choose this guys as well then.
Well, when the king dies, the prince will become the new king and will continue on the legacy of hunting down a myth. A man that never existed.
That is the dream for most of us, but
But
some are just chosen to stand out more than others.
and some are chosen to never stand out. But hey, you didn't get this information from me.
And you never saw me.
Correct. Now get out of here before I do see you.
I'm gonna turn and use disguise self and walk away.
Alright. That was a great conversation. He did not tell you who his partner was, by the way.
Wasn't expecting to hear that, but I'll know when I see them.
Yeah, it'll probably be a disgruntled human that doesn't want to be a human.
Right, this is right. I didn't expect him to do that.
What?
It immediately dumped into roll 20. I clicked
What did you do?
beyond 20 extension.
You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different. Well, you disguise yourself to look like a.
Ba-da-ba.
Average John human that's slightly taller than I am,
Thumbs up emoji.
wearing common clothes that's warm for the weather.
Delightful. You are a warm John Smith. Whoa.
Walks down the street. Oh, John. It's been a minute.
I make sure that I don't look like anyone in the area,
Hey, yo, John.
but I do look human.
You don't look like anybody, which means you look like everybody, which means everybody knows you.
It would be
I-
kind of awkward if people didn't, like, smile or, like, wave at you.
I mean, I'm gonna give a polite gesture back, but
You're gonna tell them they're number one.
what?
Are you gonna give the gesture telling them that they're all number one?
Fuck you.
No, I said a polite gesture. I'm trying to not stand out.
And you're number one. No, you're number one.
He's trying to get by, not be a coach, Dad.
I want to use the sending stone though, and tell the others that Baron's gone to shit. Probably not getting paid.
What?
Sending stone.
Yeah?
I'm
What
gonna
did
tell the others that Baron's gone to shit.
the
Eh,
bear?
what do you mean?
The Baron has gone to shit.
Baron.
Oh,
Oh,
Country.
Varen.
Varen. Okay.
The country is no longer called Varen. So when you try to say the country name, it's like autocorrect. It's corrected to Tavane.
Wait.
So
Huh?
Tavane's gone to shit.
Yeah, so when you try to say the country name,
How's that?
how's
Wait, the country's been
What are
renamed?
these? What are these sending stones iPads now? Autocorrect.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm clearly saying Baron, and then it comes out.
yes.
It's like an awful dubbing. Like you say,
Yeah, so you don't know why that is, but um it's the coronation has already happened.
That changes the country name?
Yes.
So Varen was the name of the previous king,
Yes.
not the other way around. Okay, that's interesting.
So the country is now called Tavain.
Confusing after a while.
All right, tell me what is happening in Tavain. And what do you mean gonna shit? Wasn't Tavain gonna fix everything that was going wrong in Tavain?
I don't need your snide remarks, asshole.
Well, you see, instead of regicide, for I wouldn't have to worry about an upsurging.
So we might not be getting paid for dealing with the cultists.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the cultists are wealthy, in which case then we get paid that way.
We already killed and looted the bodies of the cultists.
Never mind then. They were dirt broke.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm personally more concerned about the world exploding, though, but that's me.
I'm sure I can get us something.
Do you need to have a dragon fly over the city?
That could be useful. Something to do when we get back.
That could be entirely useful, but for a different situation.
Well,
if you
I
need
mean, if we show that a dragon supports Tavain, surely the rebellion would be like, "Yep, all right, never mind."
I feel like
Are
it'd be
you
more useful if
okay?
we. I feel like a dragon flying over the city would be more useful if we need to get in somewhere first, and not
True.
show
what
support.
place are we talking about?
Dragon.
We're talking about Tavain, and you know the place that where they literally have the fire of Io, the dragon, and if a literal dragon shows up, that might we could either use that to legitimize or illegitimize the king.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, world blowing up is kind of a bigger concern.
Moment.
For the moment, yes, but after, I definitely like this whole dragon fly over the castle.
A dragon. I saw a dragon. Dragons now is it? Please, mother. If you're going to on like this, everyone's crazy.
I knew your
No! The dragon melted my house! With acid!
but like we could use to distract the guards, sneak into the castle to.
Or
talk
we
to
could
them in private.
literally just fly on a dragon who has a harness and land in front of the castle and say, "Hey, let us in. We're emissaries of your god. Pay us."
I mean, he hasn't said that he's not gonna pay you.
True.
That's true, but it was a promise with the old king and not current.
But we're also friends with Tavain, or nominally friends.
We think we're friends.
I mean, he hasn't shown
I
that he
don't know
isn't
who
friends
he
with
is.
you.
He
But
has
in other
done nothing.
words, speaking of kings, though,
I'm not worried. I'm sure I can get us some compensation.
Mr. Taylor, is it now, or is it maybe Jacob? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm
Bren
sorry,
calling
what?
you out.
What are you implying?
You, I don't suggest you see the sunlight for the next until we leave.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan.
Especially so. In fact, you probably don't want to.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was considering I might be safe in disguise, but you're worrying me now, so maybe I should just go hide under a bed.
They accosted an orc.
They
Assuming
accosted an
They
orc.
across many orcs. That's kind of their
Assuming
thing.
it was you.
Wait, what?
Orky glad they didn't say banana. I've been waiting for 20 minutes to say that.
I
I've been
appreciate
waiting
your
20 minutes to say that.
I appreciate your patience, Ducky. An orc? How do I put it? First of all,
Anything
why
that
they
looks
weren't
like
assaulting an orc in the first place is beyond me. They can usually kill those bitches on sight.
They also accosted circus monkeys.
yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna add
first of
that too.
all, I'm touched that he remembers me after this long. Second of all, it wasn't that big of a deal. Third of all,
Here.
I'm sorry to say that he's touched in the head. And sounds like a not me problem. I'ma stay in here.
You have been warned.
You have been.
We
There's
probably
a
will not
reason I
defend
wanted.
you.
There's a reason I wanted to stay on the ship.
Alright, that is all. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing now.
You go do your sneaky Bren things. By the way, I want you to know that. What was the name of the captain? What was his name?
Who?
Sylvain? Sylvanas?
Sylvia?
Sylvia?
Sylvia's freaking out about you wandering off. It's very rude.
And it happens.
Man. He can suck a dick.
I happen to have one of those.
God.
Fuck. Stop it. So the first day, you guys get there, goes off without a hitch. It's fine. It's great.
I'll return before sundown. If that makes anything, clears up anything.
Yeah. The second day, some guards come. And they come to the barracks and they hesitatingly say, "We need to check all of your crew." They say this to Sylvia. Sylvia gives them a stern look and goes, "Why?" Because the king is paranoid that you might have brought a terrorist. What do you mean a terrorist? It's an order of the king, and we really wouldn't want any. You're gonna have to talk to our captain before you go ahead and search my men. And Sylvia literally just, like, turns him around and gets him to go away. And then he turns around to you guys and he goes, "I don't think I can do that again."
All right.
Don't worry, I can deal with it if they try.
Bren, do you have like you're sneaky?
Do you guys have a safe house?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna ask. Do you guys like have a safe house or a place I could hide out at for a little while till we're done with this whole business?
I mean, if needed, I can just turn into you for a moment, and give them a slip. And
No, because that will just encourage them to look harder if they have a sight of this David Erickson individual.
Well, if they start chasing us, I'm saying.
Well, yes, but let's let it not come to that because I have a pretty high stealth too.
It just comes down to if they're forced to chase two people at once, that's half the amount of people you can hide from.
I mean, if need be, again, I can just fly us out of here. Or if we acquire a saddle, I might have another idea.
Thing is, Sylvia doesn't have a +10 to deception, and I know that for a fact, so it could be fine.
Why don't we have Vice here just pull the whole diplomacy thing? Or Vice, do you maybe know of like some safe houses? You're kind of Vice.
I don't know this area at all.
Okay.
Vice
We
has
don't do
never been to
trade over
Denmark.
here.
Yeah. Denmark is very strictly like against other races.
Anything that's not human.
Yeah, they rarely trade. They barely trade with Tavane, specifically because they have good standing and good trade rates. They traded with
It's called I wear a long full hood and cover most pretty much everything but my face.
they trade with the Dark Isle because they have silver salts.
I really would rather not disrupt their trade negotiations, so I'ma just hide. I'ma just spend the next day making hidey places in the barracks to hide, scoping it out, all that.
Or do you want to borrow my ring?
What's your ring do?
Makes you invisible.
No, I'll be okay, because I think out of character, I don't want to deal with having to add that and then remove it from my inventory. In character, yes, I would. Can you just hold on to it in your inventory and do it there? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right. Delightful. So you go ahead and have the ring. Who is doing the thing? Who's
Sorry.
opening a pack of Snick Snacks?
I am opening a bag of chips.
Can you
With
share?
one hand. Did you bring enough for the class?
I'm bringing up for the class. I always hated when
did.
teachers say that.
Did not.
That's fine. Have them all by yourself. Enjoy.
I was always like, yeah, but I brought more of these nuts.
So are you guys gonna put him in a safe house?
I'll go meet with them again today.
Okay, so you go ahead and go to your old connection, and his partner is there. It is a female. She is out of her outfit, but she is actually a gnome.
They're my most stuck in midgets. I mean,
She is a gnome, and she normally dresses up as a little human girl.
Ew! But yeah, that makes absolute sense.
what are you saying, you two?
Children sometimes see more parts of cities and governments than other people see.
Oh, okay, not
Yeah,
what I
I can
thought.
get that.
What did you think?
Yeah, that's kind of why I want to know. What the fuck are you thinking?
You're in a human-centric city who likes things only human, but would love.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna shut
god,
up.
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Why would you go there?
Because that's where my mind went, because that is often when people will talk and how you can get blackmail and get into places.
I mean, you're not wrong. But
I'm glad that's not the case.
Oh, you're making me bro emoji right now.
Bruh. Anyways, um,
Anyway,
she looks at you and she goes, "Ah, you're that friend of my partner, right?"
hmm
Mm. You came back.
for work, more or less. Uh, listen, you want to make information a lot easier and harder at the same time?
Make information easier and harder at the same time.
You see, I got a certain person that needs to be kept out of sight.
You have
Or, well,
Axel, don't you?
shrug, without saying anything.
Yeah, we ended up getting that information too. Unfortunately, the king thinks that he's on the ship with Licia.
Like I said, easier and harder to get information if you let us stash him with you for a bit.
Normally, I'd say that's not my problem, and he should just go ahead and face his consequences. But I know the kind of person that you are, and I owe you a favor. More like I owe your wife a favor.
Hmm.
So I'll go ahead and do it. There's a safe house not too far from barracks. It's actually a children's home. But no one checks it because it's in the slums.
Mm.
Right now, there aren't any children there because it was just cleaned of the plague. Don't worry, there's no plague left. There was never a plague.
Uh.
It was just our way of getting half elves out of here. Instead of being sold into, well, child
Mm-hmm.
slavery. I'm just gonna say it. So, you can go ahead and use it until you leave. Call it my debt repaid.
I will. And I'll tell her.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
I know she would too.
She was a good agent.
We all were at one point.
You're the only one that decided to retire.
I wouldn't exactly call it what I'm doing retirement yet. Yeah.
Yeah, retirement looks good on you. Anyways, she hands you a piece of paper that has the location of it, and she says, "Don't go through the front door. Go through the back door. The front door doesn't
Mm-hmm.
work, if you get what I mean."
Uh-huh.
And I would have another person with him. The place is a little janky, if you also know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
I'm gonna memorize the map quick as I can and then burn it
Good.
as prestidigitation.
So you memorize the map. It also gives you the details of where all the booby traps are. Um, and you go ahead and take Axel, to the safe house. No one notices that you guys are going over there because, again, no guards really want to be over there. And you get to the safe house, go through the back door, get through all the booby traps, and get to the top floor where there is a bunk and some extra food.
Hope you memorize the path, because that's the only way in and out.
Noted. I'll see you in 3 days.
On the third day, the guards come back and they say, okay, we got permission from your captain, written, has like a note and everything. It says, I can search your team or search your crew for this person. I'm gonna search your crew for this person. Searches the crew and everybody for the person. Doesn't find anybody. And he goes, alright. Apologize. Have a good day, and then just leaves. And the next 3 days are for you guys to go ahead and prepare for day run. Of course, except for our our fun friend.
Unless he wants to try to make the trip, but I don't think he
Nope.
does.
Nope, I'm gonna wait here. I'm not even gonna brew potions. I'm just gonna eat cold food,
Read a book.
write about potential alchemical things, but not actually do anything.
Theorize for next.
Yes.
Nobody lives in this house. Nobody is here in this house. Nothing
Don't go to this room. Don't go into
exists.
this room. Don't touch that book ever.
Don't touch this book. Don't look at this window. Don't touch that slab. Just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
This bathroom, not that bathroom.
Essentially.
Lifts up the toilet seat and fucking fired him.
Goes to the other one and goes there. Falls all the way down in. The one with the fire was the safe one.
That's a weird kind of bidet.
I mean, was actually a historical norm for them to kind of sometimes explode in Roman households because of the buildup of methane.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
about to say that.
Yeah.
You can actually get toilets nowadays that incinerate your poop instead of,
I am very
Yeah.
aware. I
Right,
had a
you probably
professor.
would be with your architecture. I learned about it just through HVAC because it's actually part of HVAC.
Yep.
That's fun.
And quite a few
So
Middle Eastern houses too, since they don't have good running water.
And too many explosives.
oof. Bad.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah,
Yes.
bad. So bad.
Anyway, continue.
Anyways, so if there is anything that you guys want to buy, I would recommend going ahead and doing that in between sessions. Any essentials at least.
Except me. I can't buy anything.
Except for Paul. If anybody Paul, if anybody wants to go, or, sorry, at least if Bren wants to go visit Axel and ask him if there's any essentials that he needs, now would be the time to go ahead and ask him.
Yeah. I was gonna say, is there any particular ingredients to the region you want to get picked up before?
Yes, I'll give you a list.
There is quite a few ice-related ingredients that this region holds.
Yes.
That is quite
Hard to get.
that is quite good for the coming warm environment that you guys will be in.
Yes, indeed. So I'll
But
give
we
you
already
a
went through
list.
the desert.
You're going to a volcano.
Now I just feel like playing Zelda all over again.
That's different, isn't it?
Literally, in my Tears of the Kingdom file, I went down to the desert area first, and then went up to the snow area, and then to the volcano.
That sounds like a you problem, and that Zelda's emulating you, not the other way around.
Yeah, Zelda's following our story, actually.
Maybe.
Copyright. I feel copyrighted.
Yeah, try telling Nintendo. But so send out of the list and cut out me, and then say what you can and can't, and how much it'll cost, and that'll be like basically our full day.
Yep. And then the same thing with everybody else. If there's any shenanigans that you guys want to do, again, there are a few bars that the crew is staying at. You will see Xander, Calda and Xander staying at one of the local inns, with the crew. Some of the crew has opted just to stay in the barracks just because they don't feel like being in an inn or a tavern. They like the quiet life.
I mean, with only humans after they've been searched.
They did find the other crewmates and searched them in the inns and taverns. Um, any of the vampires with their special food restrictions, all of their food was essentially put into the barracks, so they had to return to the barracks at some point to get their supplies.
Basically, they searched and found giant barrels of blood.
Yeah, and they were kind of like, okay. I don't know what to do about that, but okay.
Blood wine.
Can I say something about the trip that when Brent took me to the safe house?
What?
Can I have just like turned into a cat or a rat and he carried me?
Parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You were you were a ferret that just stuck to his shoulder.
Disguised as a wealthy old lady carrying a ferret and walking.
You need the ferret skin scarf when you can just have the ferret there instead.
It's
And the
so much
fer-
warmer, dear.
Yes, and it will actually bite back when people try to reach out and touch it. Like they think it's like the peasants think they have some right to touch it.
It would be really, really awkward to have a very wealthy lady here in this district, this particular district. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's either wealthy or a crazy cat lady.
Crazy cat lady. Crazy ferret lady. You would have to pull it off as a crazy ferret lady.
I mean, I can roll a deception if you want.
No, you're fine.
I mean, I could also just be a rat and hide in his pocket while he pretends to be whoever.
I I think that would be absolutely hilarious to just see Bren be like, "You want to see a magic trick?" and then just pulls out a fucking rat. I think that would also be the most that we've ever heard Bren talk. um,
Get into full performance mode at the deception. See.
you want to see a magic trick?
Have you seen the meme video of the guy pulling out a frog?
Have you
About
seen
the same.
the one that he pulls out
A tactical
chinchillas?
toad.
Tactical.
The one where he pulls chinchillas out of his sweater
No.
to give
Anyway,
them
add
to his girlfriend?
another thing though.
What?
Like if I'm going to go into actually into a store, I'm gonna use disguise. I'm gonna have disguise self up for entering a building.
Uh, Yes, please. While
But I'm-
these people are okay with visitors, outsiders, they kind of just really don't like people. Like that aren't human.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've been here before.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Is Avroth getting a lot of dirty glares?
Yes, Avroth
Yes.
is actively being shoved, and people are looking at you
They're stepping on your foot as you
disgustingly.
walk by, by your tail.
Avarith could make himself look human if he didn't want to look like a lizard person.
Be insulting to the dragon race. Already being in lizard form is insulting enough.
Yeah. But people, if it wasn't for Calda paying for your stay at the inn, they would probably be charging you more. But they have already have like a set rate and everything for like food and wine and all of your drinks and stuff like that. They kind of are just like, I really don't want to serve you. They're also just rude to your face. And just like they're not calling you like
Knife here.
lizardman. They're just calling you like scaly ass or
Move it, Scaly.
yeah. Or
God damn it, Paul. I know what you're. I
mo-
know-
monster face or like Baron.
Handbag.
Yeah. You belong in the barons. Go home. Why are you here? You know, just like really rude.
Modern day people in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Racist.
Yeah.
They're not welcoming.
They are anti-welcoming.
I mean, they're better they're being nicer to Vice than they are to you, and that's saying something. They just think Vice is a child.
Despite having a full beard.
Despite having a full beard, they just think that he's just like a deformed child.
Hormones, bro.
Me, I'm just this terrifyingly large lizard man.
Exactly. They're just like, yeah, you're just a fucking lizard that doesn't belong here. Get the fuck out of our place. And
Cold-blooded freak.
fucking Vice is just a child, and they're just like, God, what a mutated child.
What a
God, you're
freak.
fucking ugly.
God, you're an ugly child.
Ugly.
Fugly.
The lizard.
We would take the child over the lizard. At least the child is worth something.
Uh,
Take that with what you will. I don't care.
Everoth doesn't care a whole lot.
Any other questions? Any other needs? Because we're about to end.
not that I can think of. I think we have pretty much everything sorted outside of actual buying and selling.
Alright, the rest of your trip goes pretty smoothly. When you guys want to buy and or sell things, message me throughout the week. So that way you can and or just go ahead and add them and subtract them. Let me know what you want to buy and I'll just give you the price of it. Or D&D Beyond has pretty close prices to what I would tell you. We will start off next week with you guys getting ready to leave. Hopefully Kenny will be back by then. I don't want him to miss another week. We are good for next week, right?
Yes.
Should be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. Then